listen to it sometimes before I go to bed, just so I can calm myself down and I can lull myself into a deep sleep. That was my father coughing, don't worry about it. But, a lot of people like Matastic, and Jibby, obviously. Everyone loves Jibby. And I thought, hey, I'm gonna fucking try this for myself. That was I cracked my knuckles just then, sorry. Force of habit. But I figure I'll do a little bit of a ramble style video. And I'll do some of I'm doing like the little finger flipping, what do you call them? The fairy fingers, I call them. I don't really know what the actual name is, but ooh, look at that. Oh, you're gonna go to sleep, bitch. I'm gonna lull you into sleep. It's gonna be sick. But I'll do some rambling and see how it goes. So, I'll start with a story that happened to me not too long ago. Well, not too long ago, I mean like literally last night. So I was working. I do late shifts at a hardware store. We sell lots of things there, like drills and drill bits and screws, and in this specific scenario, door handles. And so a man comes in, and because I am a polite and hard worker, I decide to greet him and say, hey, what's up? Do you need any help with anything? And he tells me that he's been looking 20 minutes for a replacement door handle. And because the door handles are in my specific department that I work in at this store, I show him where they are in the aisle specifically, and he gives me an all good, and then he then spends nearly half an hour, which is more time than he spent looking for the actual thing, deciding on what colour he wanted the door handle. You know that scene in The Simpsons where Mr. Burns is holding the bottles of ketchup. That scene, that's what it was like, except he was holding up a silver nickel door handle and a brass coated door handle, and he was trying to decide which one he wanted. I don't know why it took him so long to decide which one he was gonna pick for his door, for his specific door. But eventually he decided on the brass door handle because I think he thought it was actual gold. He may have been under the influence, but I cannot say. What else is there to talk about? I'm thinking of stuff to talk about. Oh, yes. The other day, I finished Silent Hill 2 for the first time, the original. Not the remake, the original, the enhanced edition on PC. And I never really understood why the Silent Hill series was such a big deal to many people. But after playing the first Silent Hill for PS1 through a PS1 emulator and finishing Silent Hill 2 and crying my eyes out at the end, I can absolutely understand why people are so enamored with this franchise and this series. I would say it's very similar in some aspects to Resident Evil, but only in genre alone is it similar. Other than that, Silent Hill is a completely different beast to Resident Evil in the sense that rather than being an action-based horror game, it is, well, they are both survival-based, they're both survival horrors, but Resident Evil has more of a focus on action, while Silent Hill has more of a the sense that you do a lot of walking around this quiet, eerie town called Silent Hill, and you look for puzzles and you search for ammo. You scrounge around for ammo, and you kill these they're not zombies, but they are these like fucked up looking creatures. I love me a game with some fucked up creatures. That's why I like Undertale and Deltarune, which I'll talk about in a bit maybe, see what happens. But Silent Hill 2, is a phenomenal title because it just basically does everything that Silent Hill does and beefs it, beefs it up to 11. I don't think beefs it up is the correct phrase, but I'm going to use it anyway because that's a better way than what it originally was. It beefs it up to 11. And so, you play as James Sunderland. Well, I'll give you the gist without spoiling it, if I can. You play as a man called James Sunderland who receives a mysterious letter from his wife, Mary, who died 3 years before the game's events take place. And he tells himself, well, what the fuck? How do I know for real that my wife isn't dead? I need to go check this out. So he goes up to Silent Hill, and along the way, he meets a girl called Maria, who suspiciously looks a lot like Mary, except I think she's like implied to be like a stripper / prostitute of some kind. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of mysteries. I don't think that's an important part of it, really. I think I'm looking too far into it, but essentially the gist of it is she is almost like an idealized version of Mary. And it's quite an interesting dynamic. It's definitely not a good dynamic, but it's very interesting. Good as in like they're both having fun. They're both not having fun. That's what makes it so interesting. James Sunderland, all I'm gonna say about him and what he, the stuff that he's done, that kicks off the events of the game, is that I don't think what he did was justified. However, it is very interesting. I just cracked my knuckles again. Hold on. I don't know if this is like a specific ASMR trigger, but I'm gonna try this out and see what happens. Someone probably just died in their sleep from that. But what else can I talk about? Hold on. I'll do some triggers while I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I nearly set my kitchen on fire. That's the other thing that happened this week. I very nearly set my kitchen on fire. Probably should have been looking at the pot of food that was still sitting there on the fucking stove, but it is what it is. I was trying to cook a sausage bean casserole, and I fucked it up, I fucked it up real good. I feel like if I just said a bunch of Australian swears, that could be its own little video. Well, I'm not, doesn't matter. I'm gonna try this out anyway. Fuck. Dickhead. Cunt. Drongo. ridiculous creations. Now, you have to. I'm forcing you to do this. There is no other way. Well, this has reached about 12 minutes now. I think that is a fair length for an ASMR video. Or not a video, it's more just like audio, and maybe I'll just like put it into an editing program and we'll make something out of it. I don't know. See what happens. Anyway, my name is Jod. That was my father coughing again. That's J-O-D-D. Jod. And you have, for some reason, watched this 13-minute ASMR ramble video. And I thank you for that. Thank you for spending this ridiculous amount of time. I will see you all